Here.
Congratulations.
You are here.
Yes, we are. And we have an exciting show today. We're at KHTS. That's live 1220. You also can download the app if you want to do that as well. So we have a wonderful show today for our viewers or listeners who have not listened to Ask Brien before. So Ask Brien is basically is a website that offers business solutions for business problems via video, question and answer, versus ebooks and any other way you can learn. So that's a really good website that we have. I think, Heather, you've looked at that site before, haven't you?
I have, and I'll tell you, if you are just starting out in business or you're really wanting to take your business to the next level, there is so many free resources on there. So it's an amazing, really place to go if you love what you hear on the show and you need more content to take your business to the next level.
So what do you think is the best part of the Ask Brien website?
Well, I can't be selfish, but I am very thankful that I get to share PR and marketing tips for all of you on the Ask Brien site. So if that's where you are going, I'm thankful that I'm able to share value for you all on the Ask Brien site.
PR. What kind of PR do you do?
Public relations. So working with business owners to get on TV and to get interviewed in their local paper, to really be seen as an expert, to take your business to the next level, and to drive traffic to your offer, which Ben will talk all about later, all about Facebook ads. I don't understand any of it, but yeah.
Now, how long have you known Ben?
Yeah, I have known Ben for about 2 months, but here's the thing. In the online space, you kind of know people before you know people. So I've been following him for a while on Facebook. Weirdly, I know.
Be careful here. We don't want any stalkers. So, now Ben is basically an expert in Facebook advertising. Is that correct?
Yeah, he is the absolute best. The thing I love about it is he can help anyone who has an online business, to helping a yoga studio in LA, to a local restaurant, really utilizing social media to drive traffic and leads into your store, which, the cost of a customer, you get one customer, they love what you do, they'll feed you forever.
Absolutely. So, Ben, are you there? Hello?
Hey, yeah, I'm here.
Okay, there he is. I thought I lost you for a second. We're going to have to send out a rescue party.
Oh, and Ben, if you have your radio on, if you could turn that off, that'd be great.
There's some background.
Is it background on my side?
Yes. So anyway, so let me get a little bit of background here. So how long have you been doing Facebook ads?
Well, you can say around 3 years I've been doing Facebook advertising. It started off with online e-commerce though, but all in around it's about like 3.5 years.
Now, did you have a business 3.5 years ago, or what was the status?
Yeah, so basically it started off with me and a partner. We wanted to start making money online with a lot of people that actually get into the internet marketing space. And it started off with just like having like an online store. And this online store, essentially what it sells physical products. So anything from like keychains to apparel to really anything out there that people just want. And what we did is we started off with that, and we would buy products from suppliers overseas, so to China, third world countries, and we would drop ship. So drop shipping is essentially we get an order from someone, and we don't hold any supply. We just we have these products on our online store, and when somebody purchases a product from us, we just tell the supplier to send that product to the customer. And that's how I basically got into Facebook advertising, because I was responsible of getting traffic into that store.
What was the name of that store?
We had actually a few. It started off with Top Level Gear, and we moved on to something called Nerdy Wares, and another one called Walrus Wares. It was basically in the video game, movie, TV show, ultra type niche.
Hello? So we're on the S. Brien Show, KHTS 1220 on your dial, and we're here interviewing Ben Malal on Facebook advertising. We're also also with my co-host Heather. Heather, you there? All right. Well, nobody's here right now, so I guess we're gonna have a conversation here. So we're here on the Ask Brien Show, and the Ask Brien Show is a is basically a website, basically for business owners to contact people. Can we go?
Listen to your hometown station. This is Ask Brian, and we'll be right back.
Yeah. What is going?
Genghis Khan Mongolian barbecue and Chinese buffet, healthy vegetables and lean meats, a low-carb treat. Create your own bowls with our delicious meats and always fresh vegetables. Then blend in your own secret sauce. Feast at the all-you-can-eat buffet and barbecue for the same low
Hello.
price. A local favorite for over 25 years, Genghis Khan is still located on Lyons Avenue just east of the
Yeah, I'm here.
Enter between the Chevron and Shell gas stations. Come and see us soon at Genghis Khan.
At City of Hope, we don't believe the future can wait for the future. For over a century, we've been advancing science that saves lives. From 4 of the world's top cancer-fighting drugs to the development of synthetic human insulin, we are maximizing the potential of immunotherapy and
Hello.
precision medicine a reality. It's not enough to promise future cures for cancer. We must find them sooner. We are the miracle of science and soul. Find out more at cityofhope.org.
Ben, are you getting tired, stressed, or just don't have the energy you used to? Did you know this could be related to decreased testosterone levels? Luckily, there's a safe, effective solution. Weeder Prime helps support healthy testosterone levels with clinically tested key ingredients. Just 2 capsules of Weeder Prime each day can help change your mood, energy, focus, body fat, and lean muscle. Feel the way you felt 10, 20, even 30 years ago. Rediscover your prime with Weeder Prime. To find a retailer near you, visit WeederPrime.com. That's WEIDER Prime.com.
Hometown, your hometown station.
Sorry about that, folks. We had a little technical issue here, but we're back. We're back live, and we've got Heather DeSantis, who's my co-host, and we also have Ben Malal, an expert in Facebook. So, Ben, before we went to that abrupt commercial break, okay, you were just beginning to tell us a little story about how you came aboard and how you got involved in the Facebook before the store. No, let's not talk about when you started with the Facebook advertising. What is your background?
So, well, first of all, I'm pretty young, right? I'm 23 years old. So my background is, I started off, I got out of high school and I always wanted to pursue business. And the first thing I actually went and did is I went to work for sales, right? I started doing sales because that was a skill that I really wanted to master before I get into anything.
So what kind of sales were we talking about? Are we talking about door-to-door sales? Are we talking about internet sales? What kind of sales are we referring to?
It was actually physical sales in malls, mall kiosks. I would sell cosmetics, as weird as it sounds. I sold like creams, moisturizers, masks, all of that nice stuff. To people in the malls, we would come and approach them, and we would offer them something for free, and then we would come take them to the kiosk, and then we would sell them something. So I did that for about 2 years.
And were you able to sell your product pretty easily? Was that difficult? I mean, what did you learn from doing that?
Oh, it was tough. It was tough because the thing about sales like that is that it's cold approach sales. So you're essentially selling to someone that has no idea that he wants to. Like, he didn't come to you to buy. You're actually approaching them completely cold traffic, I like to say, and convincing them into buying this product. So you would say something like, you would be this kiosk in the mall. Now, a lot of people, especially in the U.S., probably have seen this before, where there's these kiosks in the middle of the malls and the hallways, and these guys would approach them with free samples of lotion, and then they would pretty much lure them into the kiosk and try to show them more products, eventually selling them these products. So it was really, really hectic at the beginning. It was kind of a very tough job, and you won't make a lot of money at the first few months, just because the training is so harsh, and it takes you a while until you get used to it. But after you start to understand the job and you start to feel comfortable with it, you actually start to be good, and you make really good money for that type of job, especially from somebody like I'm from Israel, and I came to the U.S. to do that. So from what I've made to making that money in sales was a big transition for me.
And were you doing that? You were working for a company, or you did that on your own independently?
Yes, so I worked for a company. It was a company that basically people from Israel, we would before the army, because in Israel it's mandatory to join the army. But after the army, people would always look for jobs, and you can always work in Israel, and you make that wage, which is a pretty low wage, it's like a minimum wage of $5-6 probably. And or you could fly to the U.S. if you're a U.S. citizen, or you have like a working visa, and you can try your luck in jobs like these. And that's what I wanted to do, because the salary was much, much, much higher. And these companies, they basically take people that want to work overseas, and they train them. So I worked for them for around 2 years.
And then you came to America, and where were you working in America after that?
So after the sales job?
Yes.
Well, to be honest, after the sales job, I just dived right into learning online business. So it wasn't too long between like stopping to work for sales and starting to make money online.
And what did you do it on alone, or did you do it with somebody else?
So it started off with first of all, I always read these books, right? I always read these like internet marketing books of people making money online. I never really got into it, but I knew that existed. People that they're sitting at home, sitting at their laptop, and just like generating income from that. And after working in sales, I knew that that's what I want to do. I didn't know how I was going to do it, but I knew that that's what I wanted to do. So after work, I worked in Pennsylvania, New York, New Jersey doing sales, and then that I did for 2 years. Like I said, I flew back to Israel, right, to my family, because that's my essentially my home country. And I met up with people that I was always trying to be involved in communities of people that wanted to be their best and wanted to try to make money online. It was entrepreneur type communities. And I always met these people. Eventually I partnered up with somebody that had the same vision as me. And we just started reading stuff, taking courses online. And the first thing we wanted to do was we wanted to open an e-commerce store. And we wanted to make money from that, because we heard that's what we heard is making money, because we didn't really have any idea what's working and what's not. But we read about e-commerce, drop shipping, which is an online store selling physical products. And that's how it basically began. Me and this partner, we flew to the U.S. and we just started working on that.
Now you're listening to KHTS. That's 1220 on your AM dial. We also have the KHTS app. You can download that. And we're listening here with Ben Malal, a Facebook person, and my co-host Heather. Heather, did you have any questions?
Yeah, I think something that we lose sight of is oftentimes, we see where you are, and Ben, arguably you're one of the top Facebook ads experts. You brought in over $1 million in online sales in 12 months. And you kind of talked about like where you came from, but I think what's so unique about your story is some of the struggles. And I remember our conversation, you didn't even have internet, and you would have to go to people's houses and like secretly use their internet. Can you highlight that and really help us understand, where you were to where you are today?
Yeah. So, the thing about this type of job, or like making money online or any online business, is that on the surface, it looks, oh, cool, he's making money online. How can I do it? It seems easy. But on the back end, beneath the surface, it's actually like a lot of time of struggling, sometimes even years. So it really started off when me and my partner actually moved to the U.S. to actually focus on this. First of all, I had to run away from the Israeli army in a way, because the Israeli army, it's mandatory that you, from the ages of 18 to 21, you join the army for 3 years. So I basically had to find a way to escape that, because my passion was to go into business and really do what I wanted to do, that I had to find ways to really escape the army. So I just ran away to the U.S. with this partner, and we started to focus on this online business. And we really didn't have enough money to sustain ourselves too much. I had a few thousands of dollars saved up, but that was really all that we had. So what happened is we moved to Texas, right? So this is after my 2 years in sales, after going back to Israel. We moved to Texas to solely focus on e-commerce, on drop shipping. And the main bottleneck here is that you don't make any money the first few months that you do this. And you have to accept that it's going to be difficult. You have to accept that you'll probably fail a dozen times, and you'll lose money actually not making anything. And people aren't prepared for that because people are used to, if I work this amount of hours, I'll make this amount of money. That's true if you're an employee working under a company. But when you actually try to build something, it involves a lot of hours, a lot of days, a lot of weeks, sometimes months, years, until you actually start to generate income. So that's actually what we had to experience for months and months. And we didn't even have enough money to get a sustainable Wi-Fi in our apartment. So what we actually had to do, and of course we need Wi-Fi to work because everything is online, we had to literally go to different rich neighborhoods, and we would climb fences to get to these pools, country club pools, to use the Wi-Fi there. And that's actually really funny because the fact is that these pools, they close at 10 p.m., right? We didn't want to go in and people see us climbing fences, so we had to go after these pools close at 10, 11 p.m. and use the Wi-Fi to actually work on our business. And we did that for a while, every time until the security guards will kick us out. But we didn't have any other option, right? You don't have to do that to be successful, but for us, we really didn't have any other option. So we did that until we started to, first of all, gain some traction to even afford getting Wi-Fi in our apartment. So yeah, that's how it started pretty much.
So let's dive a little bit into this Facebook thing. So when you were working for this e-commerce company, it was the two of you, correct?
Yeah, this was not our company. It was our company that we built. We built the store, right?
Right. And so how did you get involved in writing Facebook ads? It was just you were handling marketing, or there was some reason why you decided to get involved in the Facebook ads, or what was the rationale there?
Okay, so when you actually get started in things like these, you usually follow a specific blueprint or a mentor, which is like a teacher or somebody that has been through this and is basically telling you, okay, do this, this, and that. So what we got into was a business model, which was building an e-commerce store and then running Facebook ad traffic to it. So we would have the store, we'd build the store, we'd have products on the store that we found from suppliers in China, and we would send traffic using Facebook advertising. And we did that because that's the business model that I learned. So I took a course, I talked to a few people, they told me, put the products on your store and then start sending Facebook ads traffic. This is how you do Facebook ads. And then they taught me the basics of it. And then from there on, it was like, after you understand kind of the fundamentals, you start to learn this a bit more by yourself and start to really get into it.
We're on KHTS 1220 on our AM dial, and we're going to be going to a commercial break shortly. But before we do that, let's go back a little bit to this Facebook concept. So when you say writing Facebook ads, I mean, I can write a Facebook ads. Our engineer can write a Facebook ad. Anyone can write a Facebook ad. What are some of the fundamental points that you know about in a Facebook ad that you would need to include so that it can be successful?
So the thing about Facebook advertising and why is it so different than really anything out there is the fact that the platform or the way that Facebook basically utilizes data is really, really essential and really helps advertisers like us. So because of there's 2 billion users now on Facebook, and these 2 billion users, they're all people, they're all humans that like and dislike different things. And Facebook, as dark as it sounds, Facebook knows a lot of this stuff because of the pages that we like, because of the pages that we visit, because of our friends, because of what we engage in. So everybody has this, persona on Facebook, and Facebook has that data. Facebook knows what every person likes. So when you actually release ads, you actually, send Facebook advertising, you can pick what to target. So you can target people ages 35 to 49 that own a French bulldog, that purchase dog food every 2 weeks, and that live in Wisconsin or whatever. You can actually dial that deep into it, and this is what separates, a good Facebook advertiser from a bad one, where a good one can really look through the eyes of their customer. Of course, other than that, there's some more very advanced tactics that.
And why don't you hold that thought, because we're going to be back shortly here after commercial break, and we'll talk about that. I want to delve into this Facebook area so that anybody that has no knowledge can learn how to write a good Facebook ad.
Sure, yeah.
There are fun kids events at the Church on the Way Santa Clarita. 2 to 5-year-olds meet at the art room on Fridays for toddler exercise time. New moms come to the
Yeah,
Church
you're
on the Way
perfect.
Santa Clarita on Tuesdays for a new, free Moms Fellowship. Support, friendship, and social events for moms and their babies. Visit tcotwsc.org for these and other exciting events at the Church on the Way Santa Clarita on Cinema Drive, or call 291-6000.
Hi, this is Wendy Hassenflug, yoga and wellness entrepreneur. I'm excited to share one of the best kept secrets in Santa Clarita. Top Out Climbing Gym is one of my favorite places. Rock climbing is exceptional for building upper and lower body strength, and it improves your flexibility. Almost anyone can rock climb, and you don't have to be super fit to climb. You'll build strength and stamina while having fun at the same time. Get over to Top Out Climbing Gym in Center Point and challenge yourself to new heights.
Do you like to rock across Africa?
Perfect.
Then the wait is over. Africa
Perfect.
Rocks! Africa's Greatest Hits is now available at the San Diego Zoo. Who could forget 99 red baboons? Or the African-crested porcupine smash hit, I Got Quills to Pay the Bills. Hey, don't get too close. And the hits keep on coming. Africa Rocks has all your favorites from 6 different African habitats. Hungry like a leopard. Ibex is back. Harder, better, Fossa stronger. And a new track from Kendrick Lamar. Now, Larry. Yes, Chuck? A collection of this magnitude, I'd fly to Africa. Well, don't pack your bags, friend. Africa Rocks is only available right here at the San Diego Zoo. Wow, that really does rock. No, it Africa Rocks.
Welcome to Africa Rocks at the San Diego Zoo. Rolling out July 1st. Stay late now through Labor Day at Nighttime Zoo. Presented by your San Diego County Toyota dealers.
Why do people from all over Santa Clarita come to our spa in Canyon Country? Simple. They want the highest quality services at prices that everyone can afford. This is Rosemary from Beyond Harmony Med Spa. Read our reviews and know why we won the Ultimate Beauty Awards 2 years in a row by the readers of Elite Magazine. Come and see how close we really are and experience the level of excellence that our clients have loved for the past 13 years. Go to beyondharmony.com or call 298-8008 today for a free consultation.
Cancer is unpredictable. You need a cancer center that's several steps ahead. For over a century, City of Hope has been advancing science that saves lives. From 4 of the top cancer-fighting drugs to stem cell transplants with unparalleled survival rates. Rather than just heal the body, City of Hope helps you re-become the person you were before cancer. City of Hope has 15 locations throughout Los Angeles. For the location nearest you, visit cityofhope.org.
Hometown.
They're amazing, and every single one of their songs is amazing, except for like one.
Your hometown station.
Boy, I love that Ask Brien theme song. It's really good here. You know, I don't know why Rocky stole it from us, but oh well. Anyway, we're here with Heather, my co-host, and we're also here with Ben, the Facebook advertising expert. So before we went to break, we were asking Ben some questions. So what can people, what information can an advertiser or someone that wants to market on Facebook, what kind of information can they get, and how would they get that information?
So essentially, you need to, as a Facebook advertiser, and like any business out there that needs to reach a customer, you need to look through the eyes of a customer, right? So it can be pretty much like this, right? So if you're selling dog supplies, you have to really get into the shoes of somebody that actually owns a dog, not somebody that likes dogs, right? But somebody that actually owns a dog. So the difference between somebody that likes a dog or somebody that actually owns one is that somebody that likes one would probably like a lot of random Facebook pages, like I love puppies or I love cute dogs and stuff like that. You know, there's cute Facebook pages online. But somebody that really owns a dog will like pages or be interested in dog food or dog training or dog schools or very specific dog websites that only dog owners would be interested in. So that's what you would want to target. For example, if you're a dog owner, not a dog owner, but a Facebook advertiser needing to reach dog owners, you really need to look through the eyes of somebody that actually owns a dog.
Now, how do you find out who are dog owners on Facebook?
So there's a lot of different ways, right? And the more you actually get into it, the more you understand it. So What I like to do is I like to search for magazines, websites, blogs, and this I do on Google, right? I do this on Google. So I'll first of all, depending on the niche that I'm in or the business that I'm in, you can always build a few categories from it. So if I'm in the dog niche or the dog business, so I can divide it to different categories like dog breeds, dog food, dog magazines, dog websites, dog blogs. And then what you can do is you search for Google and you can develop a list of like these 20 different dog magazines, these 10 different dog food brands. And then you have all of these different names. And then on Facebook, what you do is when you create an ad, you can pick targeting, right? You can choose what to target. So I would go and I would target PetSmart. PetSmart is a big dog pet store, right? So I would target PetSmart. I would target a different dog food brand, right? So that's how you basically take information and then put it into Facebook. You target these different interests. So then anybody that is associated or has ever been associated with these interests, and these interests, like I said, is anything from these dog food brands, websites, blogs. Anybody that has ever been associated with this would be shown my ad. So if I target, for example, PetSmart, and I send an ad to people that are associated with PetSmart, anybody that likes the PetSmart page, anybody that comments on a PetSmart post, anybody that visits the PetSmart website will see my ad on Facebook.
So you can actually identify that you want people that are PetSmart, who like PetSmart. You can focus your ad specifically just on that one segment.
Exactly.
And here's the other thing I think that's interesting. I just read an article online because I love to read, and Facebook is testing now that if you have your phone and, of course, you have the Facebook app and you physically walk into a brick and mortar, then your Facebook ads can start targeting the consumer because they physically were in your store. So it's crazy about how we really can use Facebook ads to, target our audiences.
So when you're setting up the ad, is there how would you do that? How would you target if I want to target dog owners? I want to go after PetSmart people. How would I target the ad if I had a dog food product?
Right. So first of all, you need to when you go into Facebook advertising, everything is much more simpler than me explaining to you, because the fact is that in the dashboard you have all of these options. So let's say we're going to release an ad. We're working for this dog food brand and we want to reach dog owners. So the first thing we do is we release an ad. Now, this you do in the Facebook Ads Manager. And now when you create the ad, you have all of these different options. Okay, so options like what ages you want to target. So you can target ages 18 to 25 or 25 to 34 or 18 to 65. You pick the ages, you pick the gender, male, female, or both. You pick interests. Okay, this is where the interesting stuff is. This is where you put in the PetSmart or the different dog food brands or different magazines. Because for almost everything out there that is pretty known, you can target it. So anything that you can think of, even if you look around your room, any companies or brands that you see, you can probably target that on Facebook. And then anybody that's associated with that brand will see your ad on their Facebook newsfeed. So you basically do that. That's where you put in the targeting, ages, genders, interests. You can do so much with this, by the way. You can even target only the people that have an iPhone 7 Plus or an iPad, or you can get really, really dialed in. You can even target people that like PetSmart and that like this magazine and that are ages 45 to 54 and that have visited IKEA in the past 2 weeks, for example. So you can really intersect your audience. And then what you'll see is like a number on the right, which shows you how many people are in that audience. So if I target PetSmart, for example, in the U.S., and of course you can target countries. So if I target PetSmart ages 18 to 65 in the U.S., that'll probably give me an audience of about 2.5 million, because there's about 2.5 million people in the entire U.S. that are associated somewhat with that brand. So what will happen there is that if I make that even smaller, so I intersect that, for example, with people that like a specific dog food brand, I would make that audience of 2.5 million go to 500,000. And that will make it even smaller and even more narrowed down. And that's like where you do the targeting. And then after that, you just do the ad, which is the visual picture of the ad and what's actually going to be written in it. That's what the people see.
what makes an ad? Like, when you do your ads, are you doing more photos or are you doing video ads?
Okay, so what's really cool about Facebook is that you can put photos, you can do videos. Some people see the photos, some people see the videos, depending on what you want to show. But it really depends on the business. So we would always test different things. So when you're actually going into Facebook advertising or any types of advertising, you want to really test as many things as possible. And then what's really cool about Facebook ads is that you can see the results that every ad gave you. It's not like a billboard ad, right? So a billboard ad, an advertiser will put a billboard, they don't really know what kind of results that billboard gave them because nothing is really tracked. But with Facebook, every ad shows you how many clicks that ad brought you, how many sales that ad brought you, how many, whatever metric you want to see, how many that specific ad brought you. So you can do a photo ad, which is just like a static photo, and you can have a video ad with a plain video, and you can see which one is bringing you cheaper clicks or cheaper sales. So I would always test. I would always see what works better. Sometimes, to be honest, not sometimes, but most of the time, the videos just work better because it's easier for them to consume videos, but I would always test both of them.
Got it. That makes sense. So from your experience, like, I know you're going to give us more details of, like, how to do Facebook ads, but give us some, like, black and white results of businesses and how they have increased their sales from Facebook ads. I don't know, at least for me, I know if I see that what's ahead and the income, so all the work is going to be worth it because, this isn't going to be easy.
Right. And now there's a lot of types of businesses, right? So and everything from brick and mortar, local businesses to online businesses. Now, online businesses are basically, they need that advertising because they don't get any traffic from anything else. That's why I'm going to talk a bit about local businesses because those are the type of businesses that, they don't rely on online advertising. They rely on, walk-ins or like a newspaper or pamphlet advertising. And the thing about Facebook advertising with local businesses and why is it so powerful is because you can target around the local businesses in a 3-4 mile radius. So a business model that I see a lot that we use and a lot of local business advertisers use is they work with a local business and the local business wants to get them more customers, right? So it's like the advertiser wants to get the local business more customers. Now, the local business can be anything from a car shop to a bowling center to a dancing studio to even a hair salon. Now, let's say a hair salon wants to get more customers. So what we actually do, and what a lot of people do, and this is relevant for any local business, by the way, it doesn't have to be only for hair salons, is you basically send out an ad, right? And you send out an ad and you say on this ad that you're giving 20 free vouchers or coupons for a free haircut, just for an example. Now, what you're actually doing is you're sending that ad to people in a 3-mile or even 2-mile radius around that specific hair salon. So let's say we have a hair salon in Fort Lauderdale. It's called Jenny's Hair Salon, right? So you're going to pinpoint on the map in the Facebook ads platform, which you can do, and you're going to pinpoint 2-mile radius around that hair salon. So what that means is that anybody around that 2-mile radius would see that ad. Now, that ad, what would it say? It would say, "Hello, Fort Lauderdale," or "Hey, Fort Lauderdale, need a haircut soon? We're giving away 20 free vouchers for a free haircut in our hair salon this week. Okay, limited for a very limited time, only 7 left," or something like that. And then you have a full picture of the hair salon, of the employee smiling. So what you're actually doing here is people are actually seeing that voucher. People are seeing that ad and like, "Oh, cool! I actually need a hair salon. I need a haircut." And then they come for a free haircut essentially. But what they acquire at the end, what the company acquires, because you might be asking, why would I give a free haircut? But that's they're coming for the free haircuts, but eventually they're leaving with supplies that you're probably going to sell them, or even they're going to be a loyal customer. So you might be losing $20 by getting them a free haircut, but you're acquiring a lifelong customer that is probably worth thousands of dollars. Because just by them going into your hair salon for a free haircut, they might want, a blow dry, they might want color, they might want, I don't know what usually women do in hair salons, but I know it's really, really expensive at times. I'm sure Heather can agree with me. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can come in with a free haircut and then, leave with $200 of supplies, creams, moisturizers, hair masks. And that's how any local business can apply this tactic.
You're listening to KHT. Sorry, you're listening to KHTS 1220 on your AM dial, and we're here speaking with Ben Malal, an expert in Facebook, along with my co-host Heather DeSantis on the Ask Brien show. I didn't mean to interrupt, but I did have a question for you, and that is, so I'm a local business owner, and I want to do a Facebook ad. I don't know what to do. How am I going to do this?
So first of all, you have to go and sign up for Facebook, right? So you would go to business.facebook.com. You would open an ad account. You would open a business manager, right? Now, I can go and elaborate for 20 hours on this. So I'm going to try to keep it short and simple. So
especially since we have a break coming up in about a minute, but that's okay.
Yeah. So basically, you would open an ad account, right? And you would first of all understand what your business is. So it can be, let's say it's a car shop, right? So you would go and you would open this business account, and you would start to learn it a bit. Right? And the thing is that it's pretty simple to start off with. First of all, you have to experience the ad manager and just look at it and see like, okay, this button does this button does this. Take you maybe 1 hour, 2 hours to really understand what every function does. And then you would create an ad. You would create an ad and you would target a 2 mile, 3 mile, 5 mile radius around your car shop. Now, because it's a car shop, you can target higher, bigger radius than just a hair salon, just because somebody won't drive 10 miles for a haircut, but somebody might drive 10 miles to get their rims fixed or something. So you would do that, and then you would put the 10-mile radius around it, and you would target specific car interests that are similar, let's say, to your car. So if you're dealing with, supercars or whatever, you would target Lamborghini, Ferrari, Bentley, Rolls Royces, and stuff like that in a 10-mile radius around your car shop. And then only people that are interested in these type of interests will see that ad. And then on that ad, you're going to do the same thing that you did with the hair salon. You're going to put 20 vouchers you don't have to give them anything for free. You can say 20 vouchers or 50 vouchers or 100 vouchers for a free car paint or for 50% off your first 50% off your first rim change or something like that.
So hold that thought, because we have to go to a commercial break, and everybody wants to hear this answer. So just come back, folks, and you can hear a great answer.
Come join me, Arif Hallery, for Total Financial Solutions Safer Money Hour. Every Tuesday at noon, we uncover ways to help you manage your money, get out of debt, and prepare for your retirement. That's every Tuesday at noon on Total Financial Solutions Safer Money Hour.
Yeah, I'm here.
You're not sure if you can retire yet? Listen to us and learn about tips for savings, retirement strategies, and so much more. That's every Tuesday at noon on Total Financial Solutions Safer Money Hour on your hometown station, AM 1220, KHTS.
Life takes us in different directions, and we may not always have computer access for breaking news. KHTS has a solution. Text alerts. Breaking news you need to know about fast. Freeway closed? We'll text you directly. Emergency police activity in the Santa Clarita Valley? We'll text you. Sign up now for text alerts at hometownstation.com. KHTS has your back.
Your hometown station, KHTS.
And we're back live. That's the Ask Brien show. We're here with Ben Malal and Heather DeSantis, my co-host. So, Ben, before we got the break and before I brutally interrupted you, we were talking about the hair salon versus the auto place to get that first ad out. So let's get to that stage. So you're talking about concept, I think, called geofencing, whereby you're targeting a certain radius. That would be one of the factors you would target. What other things would you target?
Okay, so you would target, depending on your business, you would target a specific age and a specific gender. So, if you think about it logically, people that go to car shops or people that deal with whatever is that industry that you are in will probably be males from ages 30 and over or 25 and over. You won't target a 19-year-old or an 18-year-old with a car ad, with something that's related to their car, because first of all, they're probably driving their parents' car. They probably don't have a lot of money, so you would put those ages, and you would target a radius around that, and you would offer that free voucher. That's the thing, is that every business needs to really go into their customers' eyes and understand, okay, my ideal customer is a male from ages 28 to 47, so I can target that specific demographic on Facebook.
And again, how do you do that?
So you go into the dashboard, right? You go into ads.facebook.com, and you go into the ad account, and you literally have an option to create ads, right? You create an ad. Of course, you need to pay for this. So it's usually you pay, you decide how much you pay a day. So when you actually create the ad, so I'm gonna say again, you put the targeting, right? That's the first step. You put the targeting, you put what you want to target. So that can be interest, a mile radius around the business. That can be countries, that can be ages, genders, phones, whatever you want. That's the first step. And then you put how much money you want to spend on this a day. You can spend as much as less as $5 a day, and you can spend $5,000 a day, whatever you want. You put now the more you spend, the more people will of course see your ad. So let's say you put $10 a day, and then the next step is to put a picture and write down what you want the ad to actually look like. Now the picture, you can get a designer to get you a picture, or you can do something very simple as just like taking a picture of the car shop or the front of your store, and then putting that as an image, right? And writing something in the copy. The copy is what's written in the actual ad. And again, there's a million ways to do this. What we've been doing, and what is a really good type of business model for local businesses, is to say something like, we're giving away 20 vouchers for a free gift, discount, or whatever it is that's related to the store. And then you have to understand that you should be able to give these things for free or a discount, because you know that the customer is worth much more to you. So if you're saying something like a free tire, you're going to give a free tire for any $100 purchase, you know that customer, if they come to your store, they'll probably spend much more than $100, and probably spend $500, and then it's worth it to you. So that's how you basically, do that. Now, of course, there's a limit to how much I can explain unless you actually go into it and look at it. But once you actually go into it and look at it, it's pretty self-explanatory.
What about analytics? Because obviously, in order to find out whether or not the ad is working successfully or not, you need to know. So do you place analytics like Google Analytics on your website in that case, or does Facebook have its own analytics through the dashboard?
Right. So Facebook has something that's called the Facebook Pixel, which is equivalent pretty much to the Google Analytics Pixel. What is this pixel? Is that it's a piece of code that you put on your website or on your landing page, because a landing page is just like a static website. So you have to have this thing or this website to people, when they click the ad, they are transferred to this page. So you would build this page, and you would create a pixel from Facebook, and you would input that on your page, the code of it, and this is Facebook's way to talk to your website. And then it knows, okay, this guy purchased, this guy visited. So you would have a pixel on your web page, and you would have a pixel after somebody purchases, right? So every time somebody from that ad comes to your website and if they buys, it tells Facebook this person bought. And then when you look at the analytics on Facebook, you'll see what ad brought you what results.
Now, are you like an ad agency that are selling these services to other people, or are you just teaching people how to do this, or this is just from your everyday experience based on the company that you work with?
So this is from we work with companies, usually not local businesses. We work with online companies. We teach. Our main focus is our teaching and consulting and our digital courses, which basically teaches Facebook advertising. Because I've dealt with a lot of different businesses, my businesses of myself, my students' businesses. So that's essentially where the experience comes from.
So do you have a webinar? Is that it?
Yeah. So we do webinars, and webinar is basically a live online class where we talk about how to get started with this.
And how long have you been doing the webinars?
We've been doing it for probably a few months. Before the webinars, it was just video guides. Because just by searching my name, you can find a lot of free content out there, on YouTube or Google. And then the webinars is more like an online class that teaches and shows you what to do and how to do it.
And give me one or two success stories from Facebook ads that you've run for people where there have been successful outcomes.
Well, there's dozens, if not over 100, where a business would come in and they would make whatever they're making, if it's $20,000-$30,000 a month or even less than that, and then they would apply these Facebook advertising tactics and won't double but triple, if not 5x their actual revenue, because they have such an untapped market that they didn't even know existed. And that's usually businesses that go into Facebook advertising, that they're not aware that they're putting so much time into their business that is really giving them minimal results, and they're not aware that it's giving them minimal results. But once they actually tap into Facebook advertising, they just made the easiest money that they've ever made, because this is a big segment of untapped market that they've never actually went into.
So what would you say, well, give me an example of at least one person that you're aware of that did something maybe 3-4 times, and what they did to increase that.
So, for example, I'm going to give you an example from a local business. So, a local business in our country, they were an iPhone repair shop, right? iPhone repair shop. They would be getting the only customers that would go through them are customers, that are walking by, and they repair iPhones, broken screens. So, the only people that they would get are people that are walking the sidewalk, and seeing like, a sign, repair your iPhone for $50, $30, whatever. And that's the only type of people that they would get. So what we did is we started running ads for this company, for this store. So it sends an ad, exactly like I said, to a 3-mile radius around the store, and it would say something like, with every iPhone repair, you would get a free case. You would get a free iPhone case, right? So what happens there is, instead of them only being shown to people that are walking the streets and noticing them, they are now shown to tens of thousands of people on a monthly basis on Facebook. And that the amount of customers that they got just by spending like $20 a day, $30 a day, they probably 10x their business just by sending these ads. Because logically speaking, that makes perfect sense, because now all of these people see this ad, and it's not only people that are walking the streets, it's people on Facebook, they're scrolling Facebook, and they have a broken iPhone, and then they suddenly see that this store is giving them a free case if they come and repair the iPhone, right? Or 50% off their cracked screen. So that's one out of so many stories. Another one can be from a hair salon that we worked with, where we did the exact thing that I gave an example about, where we give a free haircut, but women, as they are, they come for the free haircut, but they go out with $200 worth of products. And not only that, they become a loyal customer. Because, the thing about what's so amazing about hair salons is that a customer a customer usually is involved with a hair salon for not once, it's for a lifetime, years. So, everybody has their own hairstylist or hair salon that they go to. That's how they acquire customers. They probably spend $10, $20 to get that customer, but that customer is worth them thousands of dollars down the road.
Got it.
So the next question I have is, so if somebody wanted to join your webinar, where would they go? Is there a website or someplace?
Yeah, so the first place I would actually tell them to go is to look on my main website, which is benmalol.com. Ben is just B-E-N, Malol is M-A-L-O-L.com. And that's basically my main landing page, where if you put your email, you're just going to get weekly content and videos completely for free about Facebook advertising and really how to get started in this industry. It doesn't matter if you're a local business or you're an online business. That will probably be the first step I would take. You can either do that or even search my name on YouTube, Ben Malol on YouTube. You already see a lot of free guides that you could get started with on how to start this Facebook advertising journey.
Well, that's just fabulous. You were listening to, we had the Ask Brien show on KHTS, and we were here with Heather and with Ben Malol, M-A-L-O-L-B-E-N, first name. And you go to his website and you can find out more information. Thank you very much. We had a great show, and I'm looking forward to checking out the site.